Hi everyone, Scott Lewis here for Wirefly. Today I'm here to bring you a cell phone schmackdown between HTC's DROID DNA and Samsung's Galaxy S3. And we're going to be going through 3 rounds. The first round is going to be design, second round specs, and the third is the camera round. So let's go ahead and dig into round 1, the design round. I wanted to start out round 1 by talking about the displays of the phones. The DROID DNA has a 5-inch 1080p Super LCD 3 display with screen resolution of 1080 by 1920. Now that gives it an overall pixel density of 441 pixels per inch. The Galaxy S3 doesn't have a 1080p display, although it is a very solid display. It is a 4.8-inch Super AMOLED display with screen resolution of 720 by 1280, which gives it an overall pixel density of 306 pixels per inch. Looking at sample pictures and video on the 2 displays, I really noticed a difference with the 1080p display, especially when you were looking at all the detail images that seem to come in a little crisper and sharper on the DROID DNA. Now this next part, let's go ahead and talk about the actual physical design of the phone. And the DROID DNA comes with a soft touch plastic back, almost like rubber feel, while the Galaxy S3 has a shiny plastic back. So they're both plastic, but this has the soft touch versus the shiny look. And then with the DROID DNA, you really only have one choice in color combinations without adding a case. You have the black look with the red accents around the phone, so up on the power button and the volume button on the side here. While the Galaxy S3, well, this one happens to be the white edition, comes in a couple different colors. Now you have an option for black, brown, blue, or white with Verizon Wireless. But something to keep in mind is that the Galaxy S3 also has the removable back plate that you can replace and get all kinds of different colors if there's a specific color you're looking for. Now there are smart covers that even have the little fold over flap that you replace the back and it changes the complete color of the phone. So that's an option because it has a removable back. The DROID DNA does not have a removable back cover. Actually, it has an integrated battery also, so you can't take the back plate off and you can't replace the battery yourself. The integrated battery on the DNA is a 2020 milliamp hour battery, while the removable battery on the Galaxy S3 is a 2100 milliamp hour battery. One other thing that's under the removable back cover is the expansion slot for a micro SD card. With the DNA, you don't have the option to expand it with a micro SD card, so the memory that comes on the phone is all that you get, where with the Galaxy S3 you can add additional memory. The overall thickness is very similar. That's about 1 millimeter difference. The DROID DNA is 9.73 millimeters thick, while the Galaxy S3 here is 8.6 millimeters thick. So there's not a huge difference. It's 1 millimeter. And because they both have a tapered design, you really can't tell a difference, and they really don't feel like they're very thick phones. They both are very easy to use and very easy to put in your pocket or in your purse. When talking weight of the phone, both phones are very similar in weight. There's a 1 ounce difference. The DROID DNA is 4.8 ounces, where the Galaxy S3 is 4.7 ounces. So I don't think there's a real noticeable difference in the overall thickness or in the weight of the phones. Now those are all the cosmetic differences between the Galaxy S3 and the DROID DNA. So the last part of the design round is going to be software. Now both of the phones are running Android 4.1, but they both have a different user interface. The DROID DNA is running HTC Sense 4 Plus user interface, which is very smooth and very easy to use. It rotates all the way around, so you can keep going all the way through your home screens, so I like that as a feature. The Galaxy S3 is running Samsung's TouchWiz user interface, which is also very smooth and very easy to use. It also rotates all the way around, so I like the user interface on the Galaxy S3 as well. And the menus also go side to side. It's very easy to use, very easy to find all your different applications. It has a little spot for widgets. It's a very easy to use user interface. The TouchWiz user interface also has some very nice shortcuts that allow you to access some different applications with different gestures. So I actually prefer the TouchWiz user interface. I think it's a little bit smoother and a little bit more refined than the HTC Sense 4 Plus. So while the display on the DNA is better than the Galaxy S3, I think the overall color options and removable options and expandability that you have on the Galaxy S3 paired with the TouchWiz user interface gives the overall win for the round 1 design round to the Samsung Galaxy S3. So let's go ahead and dig into round 2 now. Round 2 is going to be about specs and benchmarks. And just right off the bat, the Galaxy S3 has a dual-core 1.5 GHz processor, 2 GB of processor RAM, and comes with 2 different storage options of 16 or 32 GB. The DROID DNA has a quad-core processor. It's also a 1.5 GHz processor, but is a quad-core versus a dual-core. Has 2 GB of processor RAM, but only comes with 16 GB of onboard storage. So let's go ahead and put our hardware through a Quadrant Standard benchmark to see who wins. The Quadrant Standard benchmark is going to test the CPU, the GPU, or the graphics processor, the memory in the phone, and also the read-write speed to the storage. I'm going to speed up the video real quick so you can see them go through the Quadrant Standard benchmark. So that was the Quadrant Standard benchmark in a little fast forward. Let's go ahead and pull up our results here. Now it's not surprising that the quad-core processor actually performed faster than the dual-core processor. So our overall score for the DNA is 8,143, while the Galaxy S3 has a score of 5,154. So our overall winner for the spec and benchmark round is going to be the HTC DROID DNA. Let's go ahead and dig into our last round, the camera round. So we had round 1 going to the Galaxy S3, round 2 went to the DNA, so our camera round is going to determine the winner. And when you're looking at specs of the cameras, they're very similar. They both have 8 megapixel rear-facing cameras with LED flash, and on the front, the Galaxy S3 has a 1.9 megapixel front-facing camera, while the DNA has a 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera. There's not a huge difference between front cameras, as well as the exact same megapixels on the rear. Let's go ahead and take a look at some sample photos that'll determine our winner for round 3. Sample 1's a picture that I took in one of the offices here. Now it was a low light condition because I didn't have the lights on, so no fluorescent lighting, and we didn't use a flash. There was a little bit of light coming in through the windows of the office, but all in all it was a very low light picture. So in comparing these two photos, I thought the Galaxy S3 took a brighter photo that showed more detail in the table and in the chairs. Let's go ahead and take a look at sample 2. Sample 2 is in a stairwell that I used when I walked down to the Wirefly studio. I thought this would be a perfect low light picture. Once again I took without a flash. The Galaxy S3 also came out brighter, and the actual color was more of that almond color versus the yellowish color that you get with the DROID DNA's photo. So overall I would say the Galaxy S3 takes better low light photos than the DROID DNA. So let's go ahead and move on to sample 3. Sample 3 is a photo that I took outside the Wirefly building here. I thought both phones took a very high quality photo. You can see that the color is very accurate and very true, and almost identical from phone to phone. So it looks like both the DNA and the Galaxy S3 will take a good outside photo. So those were the 3 sample photos that we took with the DROID DNA and the Galaxy S3. Now for our winner for round 3, I'd have to give the slight advantage to the Galaxy S3 for taking better low light photos. I think both phones performed very well in outdoor photos, but the low light photos definitely were better on the Galaxy S3. With the round 3 win for the Galaxy S3, that means the Galaxy S3 wins our Schmackdown today. Now both phones are very high quality phones that I would highly recommend to anyone looking to buy a new smartphone right now, especially for Verizon Wireless. Now the Galaxy S3 does have an advantage. It is available for some other carriers as well. So if you have Sprint or T-Mobile or AT&T, you can get the Galaxy S3 for any of those carriers. But the DROID DNA is only available for Verizon Wireless. Both of these phones are available on Wirefly.com. I highly recommend you check out our great prices. And if you're interested to know how much these phones cost, I've included some links in the description. Thanks for tuning in to our cell phone Schmackdown today. My name is Scott Lewis for Wirefly. Thanks for watching.